Hello there.
Welcome back, Fan-Fueled family. We're again stepping away from the Out of the Spotlight series to take a look at a topic that was requested quite some time ago by a viewer. Today, we're going to look at a species of sentient crystals, some of which became Jedi piloting droids. This video was requested by Jeremy Viviana Griffin 9458 back on an older video covering the Sun Guard, and it sort of got lost in the shuffle as I started making Final Fantasy videos. But luckily, I had the comment screenshotted and saved, so I found it again and thought it was about time I take a look at it.
Kept you waiting, huh?
The shards were a species of sentient crystals from the planet Orax. Most life in the galaxy was, like in the real world, carbon-based, but the shards were silicon-based, which led to their crystalline bodies. They were between 30 and 40 centimeters in length, or around 11 to 15 inches, and faint but visible pulses of light ran through their bodies, which were mental signals similar to the neurons in human brains. The shards lived in large colonial clusters that grew around Orax's hot springs. Each colony was made up of hundreds or even thousands of individuals, and the colony was connected in a sort of unified hive mind through the shard's electromagnetic communication. Shard reproduction was quite simple. An adult just grew a new piece which would develop its own identity, both as an individual and as an aspect of the colony. The shards had incredibly long lives, spanning thousands of years, and they only died when their bodies eventually eroded from Orax's natural weather. Because of this longevity, they generally had a very patient mindset, meditating and contemplating, and decisions could take centuries to make. When human colonists arrived on Orax, it took them a very long time to even realize that the shards were sentient. Once that had been established, however, it was fairly simple to create special translation units that could convert the shard's electromagnetic pulses into audible speech, and the human's audible speech back into the EM pulses, permitting full conversations. With this new knowledge of other worlds in the galaxy naturally came curiosity, and some of the shards willingly were detached and installed in specially modified droids. Now mobile for the first time, these shards immediately developed an almost endless drive towards discovery and exploration, especially since they now had a much greater concept of a limited lifespan. This concept of a shorter life led these shards to act and think much faster and even impulsively compared to their colonial fellows, so much so that many of the shards still on Orax regarded this as a corruption. With the shards' natural electromagnetic communication, they were a natural fit for computers and machines. A few decades before the outbreak of the Clone Wars, the shards finally made contact with the Galactic Republic. Upon this first contact, some of the shards were found to be Force-sensitive, and this group formed the Iron Knights, a Jedi offshoot. The Iron Knights took their names from different types of lightsaber crystals as a reference to their connection to the Force as well as their natural crystal forms. Names like Luxum, Ilum, Furkron, and Dragite were all taken from lightsaber crystals of the same name. The Iron Knights used a handful of different kinds of droid bodies, but the most common were the Juggernaut War Droid, which was designed with jets to allow limited flight, the Filch series battle droid produced by the Colicoid Creation Nest, the same company that made the Droideka, see my video on CIS droids, link in description, and, most famously, the Ulshas Justice Droid, assassin droids manufactured by Ulshas Manufacturing. Conceptually, it's rather similar to Grogu driving IG-12 in The Mandalorian Season 3. Wouldn't you agree, Grogu?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes. 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 Yes.
The Iron Knights were founded by the Jedi Akanos, who taught the Iron Knights the Jedi arts, but when the Jedi High Council learned of the Iron Knights, they were horrified and disgusted with the idea, as they thought the Shard, with non-organic bodies, could not truly understand the Force. Akanos and the Iron Knights were excommunicated from the Jedi Order. Many of the Iron Knights survived the Great Jedi Purge in their exile on planet Dweem, an outer rim world in the middle of f***ing nowhere. The Galactic Empire murdered as many of the Shard ambassadors as they could, and the Shard homeworld became a mining colony powered by slave labor. This unfortunately resulted in the destruction of many Shard colonies. During the Galactic Civil War, the Shards joined the Rebel Alliance, and one Shard served as a spy by hiding inside and controlling a protocol droid that served as the personal assistant to an Imperial commander, Tobal Sai. After the fall of the Galactic Empire, the Iron Knights were found on Dweem by students of the New Jedi Order under Luke Skywalker, and the Iron Knights were accepted into the New Jedi Order. When the Yuzhan Vong attacked the galaxy, the Iron Knights were on the front lines of the battlefields of Osarian and Ufel. So that's the Shards and the Iron Knights. Despite how cool they are, there's very little information on them, so hopefully this deep dive into a shallow pool of information has given you a bit of a glimpse into one of Star Wars' stranger elements. What do you think of the Shard and the Iron Knights? Did you have any idea of their existence before this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I want to give a special thank you to Jeremy Viviana Griffin 9458 who requested this video months ago. Sorry it took me so long, but here you go. I hope this video was worth waiting for. If you have a topic that you want me to cover, no matter how obscure, tell me down in the comments and I'll put it on my list. Next week, we're getting back into the Out of the Spotlight series with our first video in the series that will focus on a non-Star Wars character. It's someone you voted for, and I'm kind of excited to cover it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider liking, commenting, and hitting that subscribe button. It's the best way to support me and support the channel. There's a new video every single Friday, and often bonus videos, polls, posts, and more. If you haven't seen last week's video covering the lovely Twi'lek Jedi Aayla Secura, go ahead and click on the icon on screen now and it'll take you directly to that. Or go ahead and check out this video on the Sun Guard, where the request for this video came from. Watch the whole Out of the Spotlight series with this link right here. I've covered a bunch of really cool characters in the series, from Fennec Shand to Dirge, Darth Sion to Shaak Ti. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.